Space is a Doki Doki. Oop. Basically, the typical things you get told when you start a mod. Mm. Is it recording? It is recording very well. But I need this in full screen. Greetings, I am Amy and welcome to Doki Doki Space or DDLC Space. I know it's a Sayori focused mod. I also think it's not very long, I'm not sure though. I've heard of it before, I've only seen the frame of Sayori, and I've only really read on the mod what was on the Reddit post, or in the comment of the Reddit post basically. That also allows you to download the mod. Basically what's in the description. It's linked in the description. So I'm not fully sure what this is going to be about, so let's see. Please enter his name. Since it's Sayori focus mod, or should I? Yeah, let's go with Aragon again. I like the chat box already. The cold flow of water wraps around my feet as the sounds of waves touching the shore fills the air. It's gentle and serene, like a collection of soft hushes, whisking me away to a world of peace and slumber. The cozy air wraps around me with a small and precious hug, protecting me from any danger that may come. Oh, you can't hide the box. Okay, just want to see. Splashes of water start approaching me slowly, little droplets jumping into the air, each one reflecting the light of the setting sun. Oh, it's one of the blinking sprites. I do wonder, am I actually in Sayori's head right now, maybe? We'll see. I think that might be Sayori's point of view. Slowly my smile gets wider and wider as I see where the splashing is coming from. Yo, what you doing out here? Nothing much, just enjoying the sunset. Sounds cool. Can I join? Duh! We stand in silence, appreciating nature's song as it hums to us its little melody. The water and the wind are its elegant instruments, sweeping and soaring through the air. We share a small glance at each other, and I feel a warmth building between us. Together, it's like we're our own little sun. So? How are you doing? Small wave crashes onto the shore, pushing along its already muddy sands. Ever gone? Come on, this is a rough time for the both of us. Of course I'm gonna ask. I'm okay. I know this is going to be hard for us to get used to, but you know. Aragon curls his fist while his entire body trembles, probably thanks to the cold winds. It's the right thing to do. Puts on a brave smile, but I can see the doubt written on his face. It's what's best. Feet push against the water, sending small ripples across. I'm going to miss you. Get closer to him as the gusts of wind swirl around us. I'm going to miss you too. I'm going to miss you a lot. Me too. The crashing waves disappear one by one and the wind hushes, as if they knew what was coming next didn't need any distractions. Are you sure you need to go? No. Then why? Why even think about it? Because, he started taking a long breath between each of his words, trying to carefully choose what to say, but it doesn't look like he even knows where to start. Because? If you can't think of a reason, then it's not worth it! There is a reason. One that I took a lot of time to consider. And in that time, you never thought to ask me how I felt about this? Never even, perhaps. Silence comes over us. There's this feeling of desperation overtaking me. It's clouding the way I think. I know he doesn't want to do this. I know it! I know he wants to stay with me. Things change, Sayori. We can't always be together. We can't always lean on each other. One day we're gonna have to go up, and today's that day. The glimmers of sunlight seem to darken, leaving the water's surface flat and lifeless. Sayori? Yeah? This is for the best. I know how I can make you feel. Isn't it better to just let go of me? My body freezes, not really sure how to move next. I'm causing you so much pain every day. It's not that I don't want to be with you, but you told me how you can be. How do I say this? Depressed? He puckers his lips, making sure to not look me straight in the eye. His nails stick into my palms, burrowing deeper and my nails stick into my palms, burrowing deeper and deeper. First I feel a sting of pain, but it's drowned out by the creaking sound of my teeth grinding against each other. I don't like feeling this way. Why? I should be happy for him. If he can move on and be happy, then that's what I want. I want him to be happy. If my feelings burden him, then leaving me be by the wayside is the only way to go. It's the only sensible thing. I clap my cheeks, trying to shock me back into happiness. For some reason, I can't get my thoughts to light up. I bring you a lot of pain, so the easiest thing to do is to leave. We get to, move on. It's not wrong. My mind rushes, taking me on an involuntary trip down the rocky rapids of my memories. Surging waters lined with stony echoes of my past, their colors brightly glowing against the glow of time. Each violent bump down the rapids shows a little crack in my happy memories, where of darkness beaming through each jagged stone. Something wrong I said, something annoying I did. Even back then, when I felt like I was okay, I was still a burden to him. I was putting on weight, a weight that drowned me. Weight that drowned him. And here he is, trying to swim back up, and I'm trying to pull him down with me. The tides shift, and the wind pushes out one more gust, making me lose my balance. I trip forward, about to head face into the lifeless water. At the last second I feel a soft but firm grip on my arms. Hands with tender fingers wrapping around me and filling me with warmth. Catch me, stopping my fall into the dark waters below. Hey, careful. Sorry. Man, you are way too clumsy. Yeah. Good thing you had me here to catch ya. The drop of soul falls into the deep black below. The teardrop waters a seething of doubt within me. No, don't cry. Please. Drags me up to his eye level with his hands, still supporting my limp body. My feet trail across the water, barely wrinkling it, but some of the ripples help the water catch some light again. I'm sorry that I'm doing this. You know I love you, right? You do? Of course I do. You're my sunshine, Sayori. No amount of rain clouds could change that. But if you can't forgive my crappy attempt at an extended metaphor here, something needs to happen for the forecast to change. A few giggles leave my loose lips. What is it? Sound like Monica! Erican lets out a hearty laugh. I use one big word and suddenly I sound like Monica. Jeez, what does a guy have to do to get some credit around here? It's not bad if you sound like her. She's amazing and smart and super cool. That's debatable. And if I want to sound like someone, I'd rather sound like you. Really? Yeah. You're all caring and energetic and stupid. Wow! What? You don't need to try and sound like me to sound stupid. You sound stupid all by yourself. But I sound stupider when I'm with you.
And isn't that the dream? I only have one brain cell. Might as well share it with you.
We're gone.
Sayori.
And the sun peeks its ugly head, leaving our thoughts at the forefront of our minds.
Think of it this way, Sayori. I'll leave and you can stop thinking about me. You can stop thinking about how I ignored you on that one day or how I didn't talk to you on the other day. You can just focus on you. Beautiful, heartfelt, and singular you. And then one day maybe I'll come back. And then when we meet again, we can start over, and this time we'll know that our love is true. Because after all the time that the hurt is healed, if we still truly love each other,
It means that I didn't love you to help with my hurt.
exactly.
That's... You're right.
Finally, I feel a smile coming on. Smile that lights...
Finally a smile. I feel a smile coming on. A smile that lights me up again. This'll be hard, but it'll be worth it. I look him in the eyes and see a soft stare. His eyes are true and honest, and they would never, ever lie to me. Well, I wasn't paying attention. The ceiling of doubt sprouted within me. Suddenly, there was only one question on my mind. But if you're gone, who'll catch me if I fall? Face beams brighter than ever.
It'll be you. You'll catch yourself when you fall. The first time, you'll trip and scrape your heart, but the next, you'll catch yourself just fine.
His eyes stare into mine. The same soft, true, and honest stare. It makes me feel warm. It makes me feel safe. It lifts me up and makes me stronger, because it tells me the truth. You really think I can do that? A smile shines across the dark surrounding, reassuring me.
No.
He lets go of me, and the sweeping dizziness overcomes me as I fall into the dark waters below. It was shallow just a second ago, but now I'm suddenly falling deeper into it. A never-ending darkness, and I keep falling and falling. No ground in sight. All around me I start feeling small stars twinkling along the black sea. The lights are so dim, but maybe if I swim closer, they'll get brighter. My hand reaches for a nearby star, but I can't. I can't reach it. I keep trying to push myself closer, but the light just keeps going farther and farther. Please, no, I can't see. I can't see. My body starts crackling and breaking under the overwhelming pressure of the emptiness around me. Finally, it goes up. I fall through the empty darkness and slowly lose myself in it. Waves of dreams, echoes of my broken bliss, memories of misery. Some comfort in being alone, at least. My eyes close and I'm finally ready to let go.
Oh, you don't get out that easy.
One soft hand roughly grabs a hold of my collar and yanks me out of the darkness.
Open your eyes, Sayori. You need to see this.
Eragon,
What, too tired? You've had enough sleep for today. Now you need to face the truth.
Scrawling fingers start getting familiar with my face and pry my eyes open, show me the world around me. What? What's happening, Eragon?
Look, Sayori.
Huh?
Look!
What?
I said look!
At what? What do you want me to look at?
Oh, you're no good!
He throws me away like he's getting rid of one of our old toys we used to play with. Fall in the shallow... something, and my outstretched hands hit the cloudy floor, my wrist flaring up with searing pain. Ow! It hurts! Eragon, it hurts. I think I broke my wrist! He looks down on me, burning a hole into me with his glaring eyes.
At least you're finally awake.
Eragon reaches into his pocket, pulling out a matchbox and only a single match rattling inside. Pulls out the slightly bent matchstick and lights it. Why are you lighting a match?
We're going to need all the light we can get. Now stand.
I try my hardest to get back on my feet, but I lose my balance and immediately fall to the ground.
Sayori!
I'm sorry, I can't! Everything hurts. There's a slight bit of pity in his eyes. A pig at his soft truth, which gives me a little bit of hope. He looks away, grips my arm tightly and pulls me up. I feel a flaring pain in my arm when his hand is wrapped. Erica, you're hurting me.
Sorry. I'm sorry I didn't. I'll let go now.
No!
Of course. Useless as always. Can't even stand on her own 2 feet.
Erica, I'm sorry.
Look at you. Ugly, heartless, and lonely you. You made my life a living hell. You put so much on me.
I didn't mean to. Bones rattle, overwhelmed by the freezing air around me.
But you did! You...
He looks away from me, his face scrunched up in pain.
You made me take responsibility for you. You told me you were depressed, and then you told me... You told me that you had feelings for me? What were you trying to do? Trap me? Trap me into saying yes? Or because I didn't want to lose my best friend? And I say yes, okay? I say yes! I say that I love you. And you had the gall to start telling me how it didn't make you happy? How it wasn't enough? What more do you want from me?
My arm tightens even more as he starts to frail me around as if I'm an oversized prop. I was hurting Aragon. I didn't know what to do.
So you went back to the one thing you knew how to do. Manipulating people to get what you want. You act like you just want everyone to be happy, but God forbid we do something you don't like. You might cry and whine about how you want us to all be friends, and how we're hurting your feelings. Well, it's not all about you, okay? It's not about what you want and how you feel. We'll have our own problems, Sayori.
The word he says wraps tightly around my throat, suffocating me. I try to speak, but nothing comes out. He looks down to the clouds. What? Where are we, Aragon? I'm so confused.
You know what, Sayori? You are just about the most selfish and pitiful person I've ever met. I thought I could trust you. Look around you. The sun is setting.
What?
The light is going out, Sayori. It's not because of me. It's not because of Natsuki. It's not because of Yuri. It's not because of Monica. It's because of you. You did this.
The what? I don't... Aragon flicks the hand that's holding the match, and its fire suddenly goes wider and stronger than before, singering me from afar. He lets go of my arm, and I start falling again. Before I make any distance, Aragon grabs me by my head. His fingers dig holes into my forehead. I scream in pain as he turns my head to face the inverted sun.
Look at it, Sayori! Look!
But I can't respond to him. The only thing that comes out of me are small whimpers.
Useless, thoughtless, brainless waste of space. Look at it!
He drops the fiery match, setting the ground ablaze. His fingers stick into my skull and pry my eyes open. My tears try to fall, but his hands won't let them.
The sun is setting, Sayori. It's setting. The light's going out, and it's your fault. It's all your fault.
I'm sorry!
Don't apologize. Not to me, at least. Because in the end, you're the one doing this to yourself. You're making everything dark. It's not like you're important enough to drag the rest of us down with you. In the end, it's down to you. You're so worthless that I won't ever be about anything but you. The world will slowly go dark around you. It's not because you didn't have a choice. Because you made it go dark, Sayori. You made it go dark. You chose this. Do you understand, Sayori? Do you understand? You trashy, selfish, worthless, incomplete excuse for a human being. Do you understand? Do you understand?
I do. Understand.
Good.
Aragon picks up the dimly lit match and holds it up to me, with his hand gently placed on my shoulder. It's so dark.
There's still a little bit of light, Sayori.
Why? I don't deserve it. It's awful. I'm awful. I'm selfish. I'm worthless. I don't deserve any light.
Then put it out, Sayori.
It has to match up closer to me. Its dim light gives off a small warmth.
Put it out and let it all finally go dark. Well, put it out. There are no other options.
I lift my shivering fingers up to the fiery end of the match, and with a pinch I choke out the flame. What the?
Oh my god, Sayori!
What do I...
Sayori, just... I'll cut you down. Just let me get something sharp. Stay with me, okay? Stay with me! Okay, so this was a presentation of her depression and how well, that got pretty clear at the end, more about how it would feel like she is burning him. It took her depression took shape of him and what she believes other people feel about how other people will feel about her. I'm just confused at the beginning. Was the beginning also something metaphorical, or did he really plan on going somewhere? Or was it also something metaphorical? That's something I'm still currently thinking about. I hope you don't hear my washing machine. No, I think that was already metaphorical. Sorry, I took a break too. No, I didn't take a break, but there was a moment of silence. We could just hear the heartbeat while I was thinking to myself how I'm going to phrase this. I genuinely liked it. I think it was in character for Sayori. There isn't much more to say because that's the only character. I liked the way the depression was handled. The way it was represented, the metaphors used were nice. The only problem is something personal. How I'm going to maybe cut something here. I'll think about it, but it probably won't be necessary because I know my friends are pretty open about this. Because I've already talked a bit about it, how some of them have tried hanging themselves, and that's the implied death that it took. Like, that's the implied thing that she attempted. It's just something personal of, I think they would like the general presentation of how depression feels like for them some days. The problem that I kind of see is just really something personal. The writing is good and everything. It's just this personal thing that drags me down is when we talked about their attempts. I'm trying not to get emotional, but if I do that, I'm sorry. When we talked about their attempts, they mostly talked about, during the attempts, this entire metaphor stops working. Sometimes they managed to free themselves, and wanted to attempt again, but the general process of while they were in the state of while they were attempting, it became something completely different. This metaphor lost its meaning because it probably would be to the point where the metaphor works until the moment they no longer were touching, no longer were able to stand on something. Because the moment they weren't able to stand on something anymore, or sometimes it did take a few moments, this changed drastically. Some of them have also written poetry and everything on it, with metaphorical ways. And I mean, I know some people faint and everything, but we know Sayori doesn't canonically faint. Well, immediately, that is. And she doesn't snap her neck immediately. So I feel like I would have even appreciated a bit more if there was just a tiny bit of implication that the moment it started, if only represented through music or just a little moment, a little small text, one that flashes for a short moment just to indicate that in the moment it sucked, because that's something that's really important for my friends, because it's the constant representation of media that presents it as fast or clean and whatnot that encouraged them to try it. If they believed it wasn't fast or painless, they still thought it was clean, which it also isn't. It isn't. Sayori is even unrealistic in the original game, at least from what I know. Maybe it's different, it's just that I know from my friends and from what they have experienced with their own attempts and losing other people around them, that Sayori looks unrealistic even for people who faint quickly. And to me it just plays a very important role. It just, even if it was just displayed through music or something small to indicate that all of a sudden it goes the whole time, I want to do this, I should do this, I deserve this and whatnot, and then when they're in the moment it suddenly changes because survival instincts, because the pain is basically part of the survival instincts. It's basically there. We humans feel pain in order to preserve ourselves. When we feel pain, it's so that we recoil from it, so that we survive. So basically the excruciating pain they went through, which some of them claimed were worse than burning, were worse than stabbing, some of them went through a hell of a childhood. Well, the person who did get burned, the only one who really got severely burned, was anyway saying that also attempted it, that it was the worst pain in the world, and in that moment even though you really want to die, even if you then free yourself and want to die again and think it's the only way out or that they deserve it and everything, that in that very moment it changed, because you can't just turn off your instincts like that. And I feel like it's just a personal thing that kind of lowered it for me, that it's just, she does it, and then he finds her and tries to free her. That's it. There is no in between where that's even slowly somewhat implied how in that very moment you don't want it anymore. And I feel like for me, for the person that I've lost, for the person that I've seen, that was one of the worst things about it, that you could see that it had changed his mind, that he couldn't even die in peace. I feel like that makes it for me even worse oftentimes when I think about it like that even in those moments he couldn't have peace, and that he had to suffer excruciating pain in those last few moments. And that's why I'm kind of also very passionate about it being represented in media, because it's often those things that when you show them that it's not going to be quick, it's not going to be painless, and it's not going to be clean. Your friends are going to not just be traumatized because they've lost you, but because it's an awful sight. Because from my friends is all I know, that it's those representations of it being more simple than it actually is, more clean, fast, whatnot, that encouraged it. And for me, it's really important due to that it gets represented as something that there will be a chance, and from what I know from my friends, a high chance that it's not going to be that. And it's literally just that kind of annoys me. Not, it doesn't even annoy me. It doesn't even frustrate me. It's just lowering the score a little bit. I just wish there would have been a bit of a moment to show not just that the MC is disturbed, but that it's generally not that simple. That even if you're fully convinced beforehand and afterwards, even, that in that very moment there is a high chance that you might free yourself or try to free yourself. Not because of an exactly, like Monica's in Act 3, not exactly because you suddenly decide you want to live, like as a active decision, but rather as an instinctive thing. Or you, given the fact of how long it can take, if, from what I know, it wouldn't be surprising if people had the chance to also change the decisions. One of my friends wasn't apparently able to, though. A lot of them weren't even able to think somewhat clearly in those moments. So it's really just a personal thing. I like the choice in music. I like the way it was presented. I like the way that when she fell, it suddenly all got dark and then she was sucked up again. I like the way the MC was, the MC, like, the presentation of her depression, like the things that he really wants to say, but then her mind just kicks in. Like, she knows that's how he is. She knows that's what he wants for her, but then this depression kicks in again. Depression isn't rational. And believe it or not, going to tell people that it's all in their head isn't going to change that. Isn't going to change anything. It's in your head, and it's going to affect you because it's stuck in there. I know I also describe it. So I really like that. It's really just this one personal thing that's kind of dragging it down for me. That doesn't make me feel like a 10 out of 10, but more of a 9 out of 10. I like the metaphorical things and everything. It's really just a personal thing. It doesn't mean anything much. Just a personal score that I will just give. But I feel like I need to talk about it again once more. Anyway. Because of a few personal things going on. Nothing too severe, just... I kind of feel relieved that I was able to talk about it again, so... You know what? I'll just appreciate the mod for allowing me to kind of feel like I'm in a position to speak about it again on video. So, yeah. I liked it. And... that's... about it. After all of this depressing talk, I don't know, it's going to sound a bit awkward, but I do really hope that you have a good night, evening, morning, day, whatever time it is right now, and that you all stay safe.